Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We're reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 4, text 83. Devi Krishna Mahi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para Devi Krishna Mahi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para Devi Krishna Mahi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para. Oh, you can't see. Devi Krishna Mahi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para Devi Krishna Mahi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para Devi Krishna Mahi Prokta Sarvalakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para Devi Krishna Mahi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarvalakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para Devi Krishna Mahi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarvalakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para Devi Krishna Mahi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarvalakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para Devi Krishna Mahi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarvalakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para Devi Krishna Mahi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarvalakshmi Mahi Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Shri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The transcendental goddess Srimati Radharani is the direct counterpart of Lord Sri Krishna. She is the central figure for all the goddesses of fortune. She possesses all the attractiveness to attract the all-attractive personality of Godhead. She is the primeval internal potency of the Lord. Purport. This text is from the Brihad Gautamiya Tantra. That's it, the purport is just one line. And that's because this particular verse and the purport and the meaning of this verse is provided by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami himself in the following verses. So he takes one word at a time. There are 8 words. So the first word here is Devi Krishnamai Prokta Devi. So he takes one word at a time, Devi, he defines that. Then next verse, Krishnamai. Like that he goes on defining the meanings, as you can see, of each and every word. So because he's himself given the purport, Srila Prabhupada, he's just following the lead of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So, are you able to read this? Is it too small? Prabhu? It's okay? Maybe this is better, yeah?
Perfect. Thank you.
So this particular verse has 8 elements. And we shall see how much we can cover. But I would like to take the lead of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and understand the glories of Srimati Radharani. Not just her glories, but also her tattva, who she really is in relation to our devotional life. So this Brihad Gautamiya Tantra is one of the Pancharatra Agamas. These Agamas are written for advising how one should worship the deities. Even our deity worship standards are based on the agamas, the tantra and the agama scriptures. So this Pancharatra agama defines who Srimati Radharani is and what her glories are. And every word in this verse, there are 8 significant words which have been described in detail by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Each of these words have such sweet and beautiful meaning. The first word is Devi. What is the meaning of Devi normally? Goddess. Correct. Goddess is generally we take as the name, as the meaning of Devi. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is defining Devi. He says, Devi ko hi dyotamana parama sundari kimva Krishna puja krida bhashati nagori. He defines Devi as, Devi means, these are Srila Prabhupada's translations by the way, and this is the original verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Devi means resplendent and most beautiful, or else it means the lovely abode of the worship and love sports of Lord Krishna. So how do we get this meaning? There is a question, huh? How do we get this kind of a meaning? So Sanskrit is a beautiful language in many ways. One of which is that every single word in the language is meaningful. And all the words, most of the words, as in 99.9% of the words, can be connected to a dhatu or a root. Root word is the word from which other words can be derived. So give me any word, Sanskrit word that you know of. Any word you can think of? Pushpa. Who said Pushpa? Pushpa. Pushpa means a flower, isn't it? Yeah. It comes from the root Pushp, which means to bloom. That which blooms is a flower. Give another word.
Kartik.
Huh?
Kartik.
Kartika. Oh, nice. So, you see the different months in the Indian calendar, 12 months, are defined based on the stars that are behind the moon. So, for example, if you want to point out where I am sitting, you would say, oh, he's sitting in front of the screen, right? Because the screen is behind me. Similarly, there are different stars that are behind the moon, the full moon, not any moon, but the full moon. So when the full moon rises and the stars behind are Kritika, that month is Kartika. Currently, the full moon, behind the full moon is the star called Shravana, the group of stars called Shravana. So this month is known as Shravana. Next full moon, the stars in the background, they are the Bhadrapada group of stars. So the month is known as Bhadra when Srimati Radharani appears. So Kritika is, there are a group of 6 stars called Kritika. And because you asked me such a tough question, so I have to describe it like this. So Kartika means that month in which the full moon rises during the Kritika group of stars. 6 stars are there. And these 6 Kritikas They got the name Kritikas because Krit means to do, isn't it? The English word create comes from Krit, which means to create, to do, to make. Kru, the root is Kru. So from Kru comes Kritika, from Kritika comes Kartika. Okay? Kru means to do, to create, to make. And they are known as Kritika because they together maintained a child and made him into a warrior. And that child was the son of Lord Shiva, Kartikeya. His name is also Kartikeya. Another name is Shanmukha. He has 6 faces. Because the 6 mothers, the 6 stars, they wanted to feed the child simultaneously. So he had 6 faces to drink their milk with 6 faces. So he has 6 faces. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that amongst the warriors, I am Skanda, which is another name of Kartikeya. So this is Kartika. Okay, so point proven that any word in Sanskrit is derived from root. So this word Devi, it comes from the root Divu, which itself has 10 meanings. And here Kaviraj Goswami very beautifully picks up 3 meanings out of 10. Divu means Krida, Vijigisha, Vihvara, Dyuti, Stuti, Moda, Mada, Swapna, Kanti, Gati. These are the meanings. So Devi means Dyuti. Dyuti means beauty. So Devi means she who is beautiful, as he is saying. Another meaning of Div, root Div, is Stuti or Puja. So that is the meaning he is taking here, Puja. So Devi means she who is the abode of worship. Please listen carefully. She, Srimati Radharani, who is the most worshipable by Krishna, and she who worships Krishna, both the meanings. The next meaning that Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami says is Krida, which is also the primary meaning of Div. Krida means to play. And here play means the love sports of Lord Krishna, something that we cannot really understand with our mundane consciousness. But Radharani is the one who attracts Krishna the most. To be with her, to spend time with her, to be participant in the love sports of the Lord. As Prabhupada has translated here, love sports of Lord Krishna. So that is Krida. But we can also look at the other meanings and understand the qualities of Radharani. So she is also, Vijigisha means the desire to conquer, the desire to win. Srimati Radharani as Devi means also one who always has a desire to win over Krishna. That is why Srimati Radharani is considered to be the Vama Gopi, Vama Swarupa. Vama and Dakshina, there are 2 groups of gopis. Vama is the leftist. Where does Srimati Radharani stand next to Krishna? On his right, or on his left? On his left. She is the leftist wing. You know, even in politics we have the right-wing party and the left-wing party. The right wing is very conservative, the left wing is very liberal, generally in politics. Srimati Radharani is also very free. She is not controlled by anyone. So she is on the left. She is always wanting to win over Krishna. We saw how in Padyavali, Rupa Goswami mentions that Krishna comes on the door of Srimati Radharani, and Srimati Radharani doesn't open the door. When he says, I am Hari, open the door, what does she say? Hari is a lion, I'm very scared. Or Hari, she doesn't say lion. Hari means, see, even the root meaning is very important. The word Hari comes from R. R. R means to steal. So from that root meaning, the word Hari comes. Hari means he who steals. So the question is, who steals? The Lord steals. Krishna. He steals butter. That's why his name is Hari. He steals the heart of the devotees. That is why his name is Hari. He steals the miseries of this samsara for his devotee. So his name is Hari. But also, another creature is there who steals. Who is that? A monkey. So monkey is also known as Hari because he also steals. There is another creature who steals your life away if you stand in front of him. Who is that? A lion. Who said that? Good. Oh, she's very intelligent. So, lion is also known as Hari because he also steals. So you see, the Sanskrit language, in one sense, there are no words in Sanskrit. Like there are no words like Andrew, Peter, John, which have no meaning. There are no such words. Only adjectives. From the adjectival quality of word, the root, you get all the words. And there are only 2,000 roots. It's not like there are millions of roots. So from those 2,000 and combination of them, all the words in Sanskrit have derived. So, Krishna is knocking. Radharani says, who is it? He says, this is Hari. Radharani says, oh, monkey. Why are you here? Go to the forest. He says, no, this is Krishna. Krishna means the whole attractive. Sarva karshayati iti Krishna. He attracts everything and everyone. However, another meaning of Krishna is black. Why Krishna black? So, if you see scientifically, the color black attracts the maximum amount of light. Light is attracted by the black color maximum. That's why in the summer, if you wear black, you feel more heat. So, Krishna is also, the Lord is also Krishna, and black is also Krishna. So when Radharani is asking, you are monkey? He says, no, I'm Krishna. She says, oh, you are a black monkey. And she said, no, I'm very scared of black monkey. Never heard of this black monkey. He says, no, I am Madhusudana. Madhusudana means he's the Lord who killed a Madhu demon named Madhu. But here she takes the meaning, Madhu means, even in Dutch, what is honey? Huh? Meal. So in all these Eastern European languages, and in Nordics and other places, there is med, something to do with med is there with Madhu. Even the Slavic languages, they have the same. So it comes from Madhu, which means sweet. So, Madhusudana, he who sucks the sweetness from a flower, so that's a honeybee. So Radharani says, oh, I don't want to be stung by the honeybee, I can't open the door. Like that she goes on. She's always trying to win over. So Vijigisha means she's trying to win over Krishna. Vyahavara, how to deal with Krishna. Vyahavara means to deal. She knows how to deal with Krishna. She knows one can attain Krishna. Srila Prabhupada says, the whole world is worshipping Krishna. They want to worship Krishna. But Krishna wants to worship Srimati Radharani. This is her greatness. And another place Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna cannot be attained without having the direct mercy of Srimati Radharani. What is that song Prabhupada wrote on Jaladuta? Anyone knows the words? I forgot the words. Krishna taba punya habe bhai. How? Radharani khushi habe. Prabhupada wrote in Jaladuta. You can only attain Krishna if Radharani is pleased with you. He wrote a song in Bengali. So, she knows Vihavar, how to interact with Krishna. Vihavar means interaction. How to do interaction with Krishna? So Devi means she who knows how to interact with Krishna. How to control him and also how to give him someone. Prabhupada, another place he says, we should all pray that Radharani, please offer me to Krishna. Krishna is yours. Only you can offer me to him. My dear mother, please offer me to the Lord. Dyuti, she is the most beautiful amongst all the gopis. Stuti, she is personification of prayer. Lovely abode of worship. As Prabhupada so sweetly translates, lovely abode of the worship. Dyuti means, lovely abode of worship means Krishna naturally, like a faithful person who has faith in the Lord, is naturally attracted to the worship of the Lord. Similarly, Krishna is naturally attracted to the abode of worship. Abode of worship is what? In other words, abode of worship is temple, isn't it? Yeah? For Krishna, Radharani is her temple. This is Prabhupada is saying. She is the lovely abode of worship. She is the temple for the Lord. So, just like we are attracted running to the temple, Krishna runs to Srimati Radharani at every opportunity. Moda means she who pleases. It comes from mud dhatu, which means to please. She who pleases the Lord. Actually, of all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most pleasing because she has the perfection of bhakti. Srila Prabhupada says, bhakti is a manifestation of Srimati Radharani's love for Krishna. What is Bhakti Devi? Who is this Bhakti Devi? We might wonder. Is it some material that we cannot figure out? No. Bhakti Devi is personification of the love of Srimati Radharani. Mada means to be intoxicated. Srimati Radharani intoxicates Krishna and she is intoxicated by Krishna's love. So this is Devi. Bear in mind, we are still looking at the one word Devi. You know, we have Mahaprabhu giving 61 meanings of Atmaram verse. How is he doing it? He is also using this same system. Because Sanskrit, Atma, for example, Atma means self. Now you may ask, who is the self? Mind is the self, heart is the self, body is the self. So he takes all these meanings. So that is why Sanskrit is beautiful contextual language. It helps making poetry because it is so flexible. Swapna. So swapna means dream. Srimati Radharani is always in Krishna's dream. It is mentioned by the Acharyas, Krishna also dreams. Who does he dream about? He is only dreaming about Srimati Radharani. Always. Kanti means the effulgence. Srila Prabhupada says, Srimati Radharani is the effulgence of the Lord in the sense that there is sun and sunlight. Similarly, Krishna and Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is like the energy. Sun is the energetic. Similarly, Krishna is the energetic and Radharani is the energy. Kanti, which means the effulgence or the energy of the Lord. And Gatishu, she is the ultimate goal. Gati means goal. She is the ultimate goal of all living entities. To take her shelter so that she can offer us to Krishna. The next word is this making sense? If it is, then please say Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Not very enthusiastic.
Hari Bol.
Thank you. Another beautiful meaning that Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami gives of the next word, Krishnamayi. Krishnamayi, Krishnamayi, Krishna jar bhitore bahire. Jaha jaha netra pode, taha Krishna sphure. Such, what a beautiful description. Krishnamayi, she is full of Krishna. Krishna jara bhitare bahire. Krishna is inside her, Krishna is outside her. She is full of Krishna. How can you become full of something? Somebody might think you become full of, if I give you a pot, how it can be full of water? Please, wake up and answer. How can a pot become full of water? You feel it, right? Inside, it is full of water, we think, right? Correct? The answer is no. Okay, I'll give you a puzzle to wake you up a little bit. If I give you a pot with 1,000 holes and I ask you to fill that pot, how will you do it? Huh? Without sealing, without using a tape or anything, just how will you do it? Can you do it?
Submerge it under a bigger body of water.
Yes. You can make a pot with 1,000 holes full of water by throwing the pot in a pond or a river. It will be full of water, inside and outside. So Krishnamayi means full of Krishna, not just full of Krishna inside, but everywhere outside she only sees Krishna. Krishnamayi, such a beautiful explanation. Krishnamayi, Krishna jara bhitare bahire. Bahire means baha, outside. Bhitare means inside. In her and outside of her, all she has is Krishna. So she is Krishnamayi. Mayi means full of. Krishnamayi. Jaha jaha netra pode. In fact, to explain that how Krishna is outside her. Inside her we understand because her heart is fully meditating on the Lord. But how Krishna is outside her? The next line he clarifies. Jaha jaha netra pode. Wherever Radharani sees, wherever her eyes go, taha Krishna sphure. Krishna appears there. Wherever she sees, she looks at a tamala tree, which is bluish in color, and she sees Krishna there. She looks at the bumblebee, Brahmara. In Bhagavatam we have Brahmara Geet, chapter 47, 10th canto, I think, yeah. We have Brahmara Geet. Brahmara is bluish bumblebee. And immediately she thinks of Krishna. She looks at the rain cloud, she thinks of Krishna. She looks at Yamuna, which is dark. She thinks of Krishna. She is always only and only seeing Krishna. In fact, so not only she sees Krishna everywhere, Krishna actually appears wherever she sees. This is what Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, this is what Srila Prabhupada is saying. She sees Lord Krishna wherever she casts her glance. One who's within and without our Lord Krishna. Krishnamayi. So we have one particular song which is bhajan, or you can say a prayer of 19 verses, 1-9. Actually, there is a reason why there are 19 verses. That song is considered to be the most famous song of Vrindavan. Everyone in Vrindavan sings that song. I was in Barsana many years ago, and from Barsana we thought, let us go to Lalita Devi's village. So generally during midday sun nobody goes out, and so you're not bothered by people. So I just put a turban on and I said, okay, I'm going to go midday. So Lalita Sakhi's village is very close to Barsana. Lalita Sakhi, which is Vishakha, which is Lalita on the altar?
Lalita is next to Krishna.
Huh?
Lalita is next to Gopinath.
Lalita is next to Gopinath, or is Vishakha next to Gopinath? What do you think?
Vishakha is next to Radha.
You are sure?
Yes. Lalita is on the left.
Lalita is on the left of us. Vishakha is on the right of Srimati. So left of Srimati Radharani is Vishakha. Right of Srimati Radharani is Lalita, and she is next to Krishna. Why?
So she can chastise Krishna.
Oh, because she can check Krishna's behavior. She is bossy. In fact, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, she is the guru of Srimati Radharani, Lalita Sakhi. And in some sense, all of the Manjaris, Rupa Manjari, Kanaka Manjari, the 6 Goswamis, right? They are all taking shelter of Lalita Devi. And Lalita Devi is training Srimati Radharani. Whereas Vishakha Devi is subservient to Krishna. She is in Ujjvala Neelamani, Rupa Goswami in chapter, I can remember, in chapter 87, he speaks about the different Duti. Duti means messengers. And Vishakha is one of the prime messengers. But Vishakha also works for Srimati Radharani. For example, during the Gaur Purnima, the holy festival, they are playing with colors. So all the Gopas, Krishna and Balram and the Gopas, and all the Sakhis, they are having 2 parties. But some Sakhis are also in Krishna's group. One of that Sakhi, Srimati Radharani asks to join Krishna's group, is Vishakha Devi. He says, you become my informer. You join Krishna's group, and somehow before Krishna's group comes to attack us with colors, you make some sound like a peacock. And I will understand that this is where they are coming from. So she actually plays on behalf of Krishna's group. She is a duti, she is a messenger, but she is subservient. Lalita is not like that. So, why I mention this?
You were going from Ujjagal to Varshavi.
I was going to this Lalita Sakhi's village, and this Lalita Sakhi's village, there is this Sakhigiri Parvat, beautiful hill. I went on the Gita walk, just privately, me and Abhimanyu Prabhu. We went on the Gita walk. And while we were walking, I was thinking of Barsana. But then I was thinking, Barsana hill is much more flat. This represents more the Sakhigiri Parvat in Lalita Sakhi's village. So I was going up on the, like this, mountain is the terrain is very dangerous. And there was some old man sitting there. And when you are going up the mountain, there is only so many paths you can take. If you go on the wrong side, you will be falling down. If you go on the other side, you can't climb because it's very steep. So, and my mind, which is so miserable, is always thinking how to avoid someone, how to avoid certain situations. I'm always thinking like this. I was thinking, oh, this old man, a beggar will be there. He will say, he will not let me pass. He will say 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees. So I removed 10 rupees from my pocket, kept it ready. I said, if he is going to ask me money, I'll just give and I'll pass. So as I approached slowly, I heard him not asking for anything. Instead, he was singing. He was singing this song, which is the most famous song of Vrindavan, most famous. And this song is sung by old people, children, everyone. Everyone knows this song. This song was originally sung by Lord Shiva to Parvati. You know what is the song? Yes. This song is called Radha Kripa. Can you read this? Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja. What is this? What is Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami saying? Jaha jaha netra pode, wherever she sees, taha Krishna's pure. Krishna appears there. Here, in this Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja, Stavaraja means the best, the king of all poetry, king of all prayers. Radha Kripa, the mercy of Radharani. Kataksha, Aksha means eyes, and Kataksha means sidelong. If you are walking, and you might, if I am walking and I am looking that way, I can still see Gopinath Prabhu a little bit. Although my eyes are here, I can't see him, but I can see like a saffron, someone is there, like this. Then I turn, then I can see him. He is praying that Srimati Radharani, don't even bother looking at me. Don't bother. Too much. If I ask you to look at me, to bless me is even bigger. To give me your dust, oh, I cannot approach you to take your dust. But I wish that I appear in the zone of your eyes. Kataksha. Who is praying? Lord Shiva. Who is Lord Shiva? What Lord Shiva is praying? Which Lord Shiva is praying? This is not the Lord Shiva who is on the Kailash mountain and meditating on Narayan. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. This is not that Shiva. Which Shiva is this? This is Gopishwara Shiva. He is praying. He is standing as the doorkeeper. Lord Shiva, he tried to enter quietly the Rasalila. And Jiva Goswami says, Krishna would not start the dance performance. He said something is not right here. So all the gopis, they went, they caught this big jatadhari. He had done all the makeup, but he was not very much into makeup. His only makeup is ashes, isn't it? That's his standard makeup. So he didn't know how to do all the nice makeup. So he was caught very quickly. Then he told, my lord, I want to participate. He said, no, nobody can participate. But because you are my special devotee, you can stand and watch from the door. So you be the doorkeeper. So if you go to Bamshivat in Vrindavan, you will see Krishna, there is this beautiful deities of Krishna and the gopis. But then outside you see Lord Shiva, Shivalinga is there and he's dressed as gopi. Even if you go to Gopishwar Mahadev Mandir, Lord Shiva, once a day, he wears a sari, kind of a chunri, and he's got a beautiful earrings, beautiful eyelashes, just like a gopi. He has to. No man other than Krishna is allowed, no Purusha. So that Gopishwara Mahadev is praying that may Srimati Radharani, her sidelong glance, just I come in the periphery of her vision. That's all I'm praying for. And he's praying in this very beautiful meter, 16 syllables. It's called Ashti. There are different groups. Meters are in different groups. This particular group is called Ashti. Ashti means 8. That means when you chant this particular mantra or prayer, you stop at 8 syllables. There is anyone knows music, understands music? You have Sazura. Sazura means pause. And then you sing. Like you say, Jack and Jill went up the hill, it won't sound right. You say, Jack and Jill, pause, went up the hill, pause, like that. Yeah? So pause, there's a pause. So there's a pause at every 8 syllable in this prayer. And this is Pancha Chamara meter. Pancha Chamara, because how does the Chamara go? Chamara with 5 peacock feathers. This peacock feather, we have fan we can call. How it goes? Up and down, isn't it? Right? So this meter is like that. Short and long, short and long. So if I say the rhyme, it's na 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 na, like this. Up and down, up and down. So it's beautiful. The Sanskrit, the meter, the prosody, everything is so sweet. So he's singing. Lord Shiva is singing. I will sing and let's see if you can follow me. I'm not a singer, but I will just chant. There are many ways to chant this. So if you look at the number of syllables, just to get an idea, Munindra Vrinda Swandite, 8, like this. You can count. Triloka Shoka Harini, 8. 8. Yeah? Always pause at 8. So, Munindra Vrinda Vandite, Triloka Shoka Harini. You want to repeat it? Yes, please. Lord Shiva's prayer to Srimati Radharani. Munindra Vrinda Vandite, Triloka Shoka Harini, Prasanna Vaktra Pankaje, Nikunja Bhuvilasini, Vrajendra Bhanu Nandini, Vrajendra Sunu Sangate, Kada Karishyasi Mam, Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam, Na 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 na. Up and down, like, Chamara. Pancha Chamara. Actually, all the meters in Sanskrit, they have a name and there is a meaning and there is a particular type of emotion which is exemplified by each of the meters. Not one emotion, it could be multiple emotions. So what emotion do you think is created in this? Can you think of the dance? In the West also we have the waltz. The men and women, they are dancing. One step like this, another step like this, right? It's a dance of... So there's the imagery of the dancing of Radha and Krishna here. It's in Urdhvam Naya Tantra. What does he say? Munindra Vrinda Vandite. All the demigods, all the great personalities are worshipping you. Triloka Shoka Harini. You are remover, Harini. The Lord is Hari, she is Harini, feminine of Hari. Remover of all the miseries of the 3 worlds. Prasanna Vaktra Pankaje. Your beautiful face is always smiling. Srimati Radharani, even when she is doing Manalila, which is apparently upset with Krishna, her face, of course we cannot imitate, but her face is smiling. Prasanna Vaktra Pankaje, lotus face is always smiling. Nikunja Bhu Vilasini, she is always eager to meet Krishna in their private grove. Vrajendra Bhanu Nandini, this is another way. Lord Shiva, this gives another emotion if we chant like this. Munindra Vrinda Vandite Triloka Shoka Harini. If you chant like this, it will give you some other emotion. Very fierce kind of emotion. For Rajendra Bhanu Nandini, she is Nandini, daughter of Bhanu of Vrishabhanu. Vrajendra Bhanu Nandini. Vrajendra Sunu Sangate. She is always with the son of Vrajendra. This is a different Vrajendra. This is Nanda Maharaj. So she is always with the son of Nanda. She is the daughter of Vrishabhanu. Kada Karish Yasi Hamam. Now, here, Iha. Kada Karishyasi. When will you? In the future tense, when will you? Karishyasi. When will you do what? Give me. Give me what? Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. It's very deep. Kripa, mercy, Kataksha, sidelong glance. It is Bhajanam. Bhajanam means a fraction. Not even a full side glance. So not even me looking here and seeing Gopinath Prabhu, but me looking here. And still kind of, this is the maximum you can go. Human peripheral vision, right? So, seeing even a fraction of your peripheral vision, if I can come in your peripheral vision, even the fraction, this is what I want. Lord Shiva is chanting. This is exactly what Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is saying. Jaha jaha netra pade taha Krishna spure. Wherever Radharani will see, Krishna will come there. If she looks at us, Krishna will come to accept us. So, Kimva, another meaning of Krishnamai. Prema Rasha Maya Krishne Rashwarupa Tara Shakti Tara Saha Hoya Eka Rupa. Kimva Prema Rasha Maya Krishne Rashwarupa. So, another meaning is, I can put it from here. Prabhupada's translation. We can put this in here. Or Krishnamai means that she is identical with Krishna. This is so beautiful. For she embodies the mellows of love. The energy of Lord Krishna is identical with him. Actually, the original Bangla is so beautiful. It says, Prema Rasa Maya Krishna. Prema Rasa Maya Krishnera Swarupa. Who is Krishna? He is embodiment of Prema Rasa. And who is Radharani? Tara Shakti Tara Saha Hoya Eka Rupa. Krishna is full of Prema Rasa. Radha is full of Krishna, Krishna Mai. So she is full of Prema Rasa also. You are following? Yeah. So this is how he describes Radharani. She is full of Prema Rasa like Krishna. Then, third word was Radhika in the original verse. If you look at this original verse, Devi Krishna Mai Prokta. Prokta means she is known as Radhika Paradevata. Radhika. So this word Radhika is now explained by Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami. He says, meaning of Radhika, Srila Prabhupada is translating. What is Radhika? Who is Radhika? Radhika means her worship consists of fulfilling the desires of Lord Krishna. Krishna vancha purti rupa kore aradhane. Krishna vancha purti rupa. She is the rupa, the form of Krishna vancha purti. Purti means fulfilling. Vancha. We pray to Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha. Vancha kalpa means wish fulfilling tree. Vaishnavas are like wish fulfilling tree. Krishna vancha purti. She who fulfills the desires of Krishna fully. Atayeva Radhika nama Purane Bakhane. So Radhika is the name which is glorified in the Puranas. Why? Because she fulfills Krishna's desire through worshipping him. Aradhana. Actually, it comes from the root Rad, which means samsiddhau, she who perfectly fulfills the desire. So nobody else can be known as Radha, because only she knows how to fulfill the desire of the Lord. In the 10th canto, this is also, by the way, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami continues with this verse. He says, Anaya radhito nunam Bhagavan Haririshwarah Yanno Vihaya Govinda Prito Yam Manayadraha. This is when in the Rasalila Krishna walks away, leaves all the gopis with Srimati Radharani. And here Srila Prabhupada is translating this beautiful verse. What is the translation? Truly, the personality of Godhead has been worshipped by her. Therefore, Govinda, being pleased, has brought her to a lonely spot, leaving us all behind. So who is saying this? Huh? The gopis are saying that Krishna, because we are proud, so Krishna has left us with this one particular gopi who is very, very dear to him. So here, Sukadeva Goswami is not giving the word Radha. But actually Bhaktivinoda Thakur says this verse is not spoken by the gopis. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Bhagavatarka Marichi Mala. It's a book in which Bhaktivinoda Thakur has rearranged all the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam with topics, according to topic. So in that book he says, this verse is spoken by Chandravali. She doesn't know who is this gopi that has been taken away by Krishna. She's walked away with one gopi. We were all together and suddenly he goes away with one gopi. Definitely she has really worshipped him. Anaya, with someone. Anaya means with someone, don't know who. Anaya aradhito nunam. Definitely, she is the most perfect in her worship. She is worshipper of the Lord in the most perfect manner. Aradhita. So aradhita, here you have the word Radha. Indirectly. Why the word Radha is not mentioned in Bhagavatam? We find in Purusha Bodhani Upanishad, in Vedas, somebody says this concept of Radharani is not mentioned anywhere in the Shastra. They don't know, unfortunately. Even in the Vedas, in Purusha Bodhini Upanishad, which is Atharva Veda, it says, Dve Parshve Chandravali Radhika. The Lord has two on his sides. One is Chandravali, on the right, on the left is Radharani. Krishna Upanishad, it says, Vamanga Shahita Devi Radha Vrindavaneshwari. Name is mentioned. Vamanga Sahita, on the left of the body of the Lord, is Devi Radha, who is the Vrindavaneshwari. Directly in the Vedas. And yet, why do you think Shukdev Goswami didn't directly mention Radharani? Anyone? Yes.
You couldn't continue speaking if you would mention her name.
He couldn't continue speaking if he would have mentioned the name of Srimati Radharani. Shukadeva Goswami, although there is no direct, in Anand Vrindavan Champu you can, if you read Brahma Purana and Anand Vrindavan Champu and you make the connection, you may think that Shukadeva Goswami is the parrot of Srimati Radharani. And some Vaishnava Acharyas, Gaudiya Acharyas, modern day Gaudiya Acharyas, they have said that also, that Shukadeva Goswami is the parrot of Srimati Radharani. Srila Prabhupada never said that. And it's not direct evidence, but he is definitely a great personality, Shukadeva Goswami. He is definitely very, very... Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, for example, that Shukadeva Goswami, by birth, he could understand the rasa, tattva, by birth. So he's a great personality, great devotee. So great that, as Prabhu mentioned, there is a verse in I was going to go through something different, but okay, I'll go here. There is a verse in there is a verse here from Brahma Vaivarta Purana. Beautiful verse. What does this say? Shri Radha Nama Matrena. Simply by saying the two syllables Radha, Murcha Shanmasiki Bhavet. Shukadeva Goswami, if he would just say these two words Radha, syllables Radha, he would go into trance for 6 months. But he did not say these two words in Bhagavatam. Why? Nochareta. He did not say these two syllables. Matah spashtam, clearly. In Bhagavatam, he did not say these two syllables quickly. Why? Parikshit hitakrun munihi. Because he was thinking of Parikshit. This poor fellow has only 7 days to spend with me. If I say Radha and go into trance for 6 months, finished, his 7 days are over. So it directly says, Parikshit hitakrit. He was very much concerned about Parikshit, this Muni, this Shukadeva Goswami. So he thought, I cannot. He restrained himself. I want to describe the glories of Srimati Radharani, but I cannot. If I say Radha, 6 months finished. So this is from Brahma Vaivarta Purana. Such was the love of Parikshit, of Shukadeva Goswami. And in the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur to this verse, he says that actually the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani were recognized by Chandravali immediately. When Krishna went away, the rasa dance, from the rasa dance with Radharani, the lotus feet of Radharani was immediately recognized by Chandravali. So she knew, not Chandravali, I kept saying Chandravali, by Lalita Sakhi, not Chandravali. Chandravali didn't know who Krishna went with, but Lalita Sakhi immediately recognized the lotus footsteps of Srimati Radharani. And she recognized and she understood Radharani has gone with Krishna. So in that commentary of this verse, he says, because Lalita Sakhi could recognize the lotus footprints, let me tell you, devotees, what are the marks on the lotus footprints of Srimati Radharani. So he gives a quote from Ujjvala Neelamani by Rupa Goswami, which recognizes the different markings on the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. There is a painting here somewhere, right? With the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. Is it here or maybe in the reception? Huh? Abhishek, yes. And also poster. You have this poster of Radharani's lotus feet. One is imprinted, the other one is... That is Srimati Radharani going away with Krishna. That is this verse, that poster is this verse. Actually, this verse of Bhagavatam. So, Radharani's lotus feet have different markings. And tomorrow, we'll continue our discussion on this verse. We start with the different markings on Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. What do they mean? How do we understand the different qualities of Srimati Radharani in relation to Krishna and in relation to us based on the lotus feet? And then we will see how Srimad Bhagavatam illuminates in a hidden manner the glories of Srimati Radharani. Would you like to hear that? Because for an insignificant person like me, it's not appropriate to talk about some pastimes of Radha and Krishna. We are safe, like a child is safe in the association of his parents or her parents. Similarly, we are safe in taking shelter of Srila Prabhupada and the previous acharyas. Sometimes people speak in many allegorical terms, modern terms, but I think the crux of the Krishna consciousness movement is to develop love for Krishna. I will end with saying this. Srila Prabhupada was asked, not Srila Prabhupada was asked, Srila Prabhupada asked the devotees. No, actually Srila Prabhupada was asked by a devotee, Srila Prabhupada, what makes you happy? Isn't that a wonderful question to ask Srila Prabhupada? What do you think Prabhupada would have said? Any guesses? What makes you happy? So devotees answered many things. They said, book distribution, Srila Prabhupada, Sankirtan movement, Jai. Some devotees said, sincerely chanting the holy names of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Some devotees said,
Simply wonderful.
they're simply wonderful. We distribute those and, we preach, and that preaching will make you happy. Srila Prabhupada wasn't convinced. And then he replied, when you love Krishna, that will make me happy. We're doing so many things right from the morning, early morning, 4:30 onwards. All the artis and all the festivities, all the whole daily program. What is the goal of these programs? Not to develop some intellectual capacity and try and understand some philosophy, not to become a great singer, not to become recognized, not to be anything but to love Krishna, to become lovers of the Lord. The entire Krishna consciousness movement is nothing but training us how to become the lovers of the Lord. And Srimati Radharani personifies that very love. So we shall continue our description of Srimati Radharani's glories tomorrow. Thank you very much. I'll take 2 questions, comments or corrections. Yes, 2 hands. We'll go with the ladies first. Yes, Mati.
I just wanted to mention, you mentioned Varsana.
Huh?
You mentioned going from Varsana to Lalita Kund, or Lalita's village,
Yes.
and that it looked like Varsana, the hill like this.
Yeah.
So when Bhagavan and a few devotees, we entered the castle here, when we just bought it, we were looking out of the window, and the Sitala Harisori's wife, she said,
Yeah.
oh, it looks just like Varsana, because it was just rolling hills like this.
Yeah.
And then actually the name Radhadesh was, let's call it Radhadesh, the land of Radha.
Jai.
So in this-
Yes. I had the same feeling when I was walking. I was thinking of Barsana hills and the adjoining hills, Sakhagiri Parvat. Yes. And that old man was actually singing this song. And then he said, Baba, sit with me, we'll sing together. So I sat next to him, and he was sitting on the edge of the rock, on the top of the mountain. I was so scared. But I thought maybe if he goes, he passes away, and I also pass away with him, singing this, Radha Katakshi, Stamaraja. It's okay, Radha Kripa will be there. But yeah, thank you for sharing how the name Radhadesh came about. One more question or comment, correction?
Aside from the fact that it was very relishable to hear you speak about the depths of the richness, the opulence of the Sanskrit language, just want to mention one interesting point, that today, even the scientists, they are aware of the value of Sanskrit, which is mathematically a perfect language, Devanagari, the abode of the Devas, because they use the programming of artificial intelligence is based on Sanskrit language.
Yeah, there was some researcher in NASA who wrote some paper in the 1980s, yes. Srila Prabhupada says it's the perfect language, and since the Lord is perfect, He needs to be glorified in the perfect language. Somebody asked, why all this literature is in Sanskrit? They asked Prabhupada. So Prabhupada said, Sanskrit is a perfect language, and the Lord is perfect also. So perfect language used to glorify the perfect Lord. That is why it is in Sanskrit. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Rajeshwari Srimati Radharani ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Prema.